Ex-Democrat strategist says party may have rioted if their own Charlie Kirk were assassinated. We all know that to be true. I mean, the leftists will riot at a drop of a hat. It doesn't matter what it is. They can be completely wrong about the issue. They'll still riot. They take any excuse to burn down a city and burn down businesses and things like that. We see it time and time again. Black Lives Matter protests and all these other things. We know this to be true. So I definitely agree with this ex-Democrat strategist. But we're going to play the clip and hear what he has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. You'll find a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Daily Caller News Foundation, and they report that former Democratic strategist Dan Tarentine speculated on Friday's The Morning Meeting that members of his party might have rioted had a left-wing version of Charlie Kirk been assassinated. God forbid something like this ever happens. Y'all know I'm totally against violence, totally against assassinations and stuff like that. You shouldn't kill someone because of their beliefs. I mean, it's common sense, but people on the left, you don't really hear too many people on the left saying that. They actually celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, which is disgusting. But since Kirk's assassination on September 10th, mourners have held vigils in his honor and reportedly attended church services in droves. Turrentine expressed doubt on the two-way show that his party would have handled a similar situation so peacefully. I mean, of course, it's obvious. We know this. But let's play the clip here. But kudos to him for admitting this, though, for actually saying this out loud. Here we go.
Dan, just to clarify, did you say that if someone was equivalent or rough equivalent of Charlie Kirk on the left was killed under similar circumstances, you're confident there'd be rioting? Is that what you said?
I'm not confident, but I've tried to think, how would our party, based on Emma Jo's comments, would our party be as calm and I think, Mark, likely there would be riots potentially. I mean, just look at the history of the last 40 years when stuff like that has happened. I'm not saying one community necessarily, but do I have confidence that we would be as calm and measured? Not leaders. I'm talking about like regular, people, emotions coming out. Yeah, it's not that I think there would be riots, but would I be surprised if there were riots? No, I would not.
Okay. Mark, I will say this. I give Dan a lot of credit for that statement. It's an honest reflection. Were you wondering what he said, or are you questioning the outcome? Because I don't have any doubt. I don't think that
I'm not going to take a position on it right this second, not. But I do think it's notable.
There's always someone who's like, I'm not gonna make that statement because it's a fact, and I don't want to be attacked by those same people that would be rioting in the street. So I'm not gonna take a position on it. I'm gonna play cool on that one.
Dan said it, and it'll probably go viral on Twitter.
Oh, well, I didn't mean it that way. Well, I said it on X yesterday because Emma Jo said it.
But now it's on the morning meeting.
Yeah, that's a different thing. All right, Lee, thank you. Grateful to you for being part of Two Way.
Yeah.
Hope you'll.
Wow, and like I said, super duper brave because we know how leftists treat people that don't toe the party line. So that's a brave statement made by him. Quote, would our party be as calm? I think, Mark, likely there would be riots potentially. I mean, just look at the history of the last 40 years when stuff like that happens. Turrentine told co-host Mark Halperin, he said, quote, I'm not saying one community necessarily. We all know who he's talking about. He's talking about the leftists, the far left. But I do have confidence that we would be as calm, that we would be calm and measured. Not leaders. I'm talking about like regular, people Emotions come out. It's not that I think there would be riots, but I would be surprised if they were riots. No, I would not. You wouldn't be surprised. And it's obvious it would be riots in the street. They love to riot. Whenever they don't get their way, they're like little children and they throw hissy fits and they want to destroy things. But left-wing protesters at a vigil for Kirk even sang a song that was engraved on a bullet in the rifle of his alleged assassin in a video posted on X on Sunday by the New York University College Republicans chapter, which held the vigil. Quote, protesters sung the song written on the bullet casings, which killed Charlie Kirk at the vigil mourning his death tonight at NYU, the group posted. They also threatened to kill NYU College Republican Club president Ryan Leonard. They're not looking for peace. Of course not. They are not. They are the party of chaos. Over 7,000 individuals convened at Colorado State University Stadium on Thursday, where Kirk has been scheduled to speak. Instead, it became a vigil. Members of academia, including students, educators, and administrators, have taken to celebrating Kirk's assassination. You know, I've played videos of people celebrating before. According to reports, several have since been suspended, fired, or expelled. YouGov also published a September 12th poll finding that, this is crazy, a whopping 25% of those who were very liberal believe political violence can be warranted occasionally. 25%. A quarter of them, of liberals, believe it's okay for violence, political violence. It's sickening, man. It's a disease in the Democrat Party. And if they don't stomp this out, it's going to be the end of the Democratic Party because people are already fleeing because they don't adhere to this. Most people aren't violent. Most people aren't for violence. It turns people off. And yet the Democrats refuse to speak on it. They're pretending like this doesn't exist. Moreover, there were riots throughout the U.S. after the death of George Floyd, while in Minneapolis police custody in May 2020. Some Democrats inflamed and encouraged the riots with statements either denying the violence or shifting the blame to President Donald Trump and his supporters. You got people like Kamala Harris that told people to pay for, that was raising money. She was actually raising money to get these people out of jail after the police arrested these rioters. Sickening stuff. But the riots left at least 24 dead and caused nearly $1 billion in property damage. An Oregon court also ordered alleged Antifa members to pay journalist Andy Ngo $300,000 after attacking him at a June 29th, 2019 protest. Man, so y'all hear it there. Even Democrats know that there's a problem within the party. Most of them refuse to admit it or even speak on it. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.